Hi there, this is Jeanette Comerford, and today I'm going to be showing you how I use the Silhouette cutting machine in my card making projects. So I'm going to be showing you how I cut my digital stamped images using the print and cut feature, as well as how I cut out different files and frames. And I'm going to be showing you how I use the fill pattern feature of the machine as well. So the first thing here that you're seeing is I've opened up my library and I want to be cutting some Polaroid frames. These are from Carrie Bradford. So I'm just going to click on them and this will open them up in my drawing area so that I can work on them. So here you see that they've come up into the drawing area and they're attached to each other as one sort of grouping. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is click on them and then click on the ungroup button, which is at the bottom left hand corner. It's the second icon, and this is going to separate out the images so I can work on them separately, doing different things to them. Here you see I've separated them out, and now I'm going to click on the third icon at the top, which is the fill pattern window, and this is going to open up and all my patterns are going to be there. Now a lot of them I received with the software, and I also downloaded some from the Silhouette online store. So you're going to click on the image to select it by left clicking on it, and then you're just going to click on whatever pattern that you want to fill it with. So the top one I filled with a wood grain, and the bottom one I have filled with a sort of grungy vintage writing. Now because I'm using the print and cut feature, I'm going to open up the little icon at the right hand side at the top that opens up my registration marks. And I'm going to click on show registration marks. And those are those black lines you see in the corner. And those are the lines that the machine senses. It senses where those lines are, and then it knows where everything else is lying on the paper, so it will cut everything exactly where it needs to be cut. You're going to see as well there's sort of like a shaded area. You cannot have anything in that area to be cut. So you can see that some of my files are overlapping into that shaded area, and I'm going to either have to remove them or make them smaller so that they lie within the cutting region. So to do that, you can open up the scale window, which is sort of like in the middle of the top icons, and then making sure that my lock aspect ratio button is clicked, which means that the image will stay the same, it will look the same. I changed the sizing of my frames. So I did that for each image, and now you can see that they're all sitting within the cutting parameters for my machine. I'm going to stop at this point right now. What I did is I actually saved this in my library so I could pull it up at a later time, and now I'm going to show you how I would work with the digital stamp. So I have pulled out this digital stamp that I had imported into my library, and to be able to cut it out, you're going to want to open the trace window, which is up at the top. Click the trace area button you select that, and then you sort of make sure that the box, you draw the box right around the image so that the whole image is contained. Now I'm not an expert at this. I've never really taken any courses, so I don't know if there's an easier way to do this, but this is how I do it. I go to the trace settings and I adjust the threshold to 50%, and then I play with the low pass range, the filter, and I just move that around until I get like a really nice thick yellow line in my image, and then I'm able to select the trace and detach and be able to pull away. Just click on the background and pull it away, right click on it and cut it out to remove it, and now you have just the image. You don't have any of that white background. So the next step is now to tell the machine where to cut it. What I like to do with my digital stamps is I just sort of select the whole image, and I left click the group button, so I group everything together just in case there's little bits and pieces that weren't all attached into the same file. So I group it all together, and then I select the cut style window, and then I click on that very top one. That's the cutting edge that you want. And what will happen is you'll see a red line appear around where the silhouette is going to be cutting your image. Now you would do the exact same thing for your Polaroid frames. You would click on them and go to the cut style window and select a cutting edge. This way your machine knows where you want it to cut. So here you can see that I have added some more images. When I am cutting things out using the Silhouette, I like to fill up my page so that I don't waste paper. So they've all been added with the cut lines, and I've made sure that my registration marks will be printing out and that everything is contained with that area. At this point you can print it and save it, or you can print it and go ahead and cut it out right away. So you're going to see next that I have printed them both out on Nina cardstock, and here you can see where the registration lines have been printed out, and this is what the Silhouette will use to sense where exactly it is going to be cutting. So then you're just going to be laying it down on top of your cutting mat, and I like to really sort of smooth it down, make sure everything's sticking really nicely. And here you can see this is being all cut, and I'm just removing I guess like the negative space. So I just sort of fold my mat a little bit and just pull off all that sort of excess background. Now I sped it up to show you. It takes a little bit of time, but it's not really that difficult. And there you have perfectly cut out images. Thanks for joining me. For more information, you can visit me at my blog. I have noted my blog address here, and you'll be able to get product information as well.